Good morning. It is Thursday. And breakfast stream time. Habsa Grimby Haley. Skid Scott says it's negative 50 here. Oh, that's gross. And you said Fahrenheit/Celsius because once you get to negative 40, they're the same. They change a little bit if you keep going below, but it sucks. I have yogurt with some of my spiced pear jam, which I thawed because it is very Christmas tasting. Good morning. Negative 50 Fahrenheit is negative 45 Celsius.
10 a.m. Santa's coming in.
Yeah.
Fix
Sorry,
that?
What?
What?
Well, that's weird.
Huh.
Something's wrong with the camera.
Okay, well, when you just keep saying, what?
Okay.
Huh?
Well,
I have no idea how to help.
Okay, well, you can't help. This is very strange. I've never seen this before. Clearly it's working. How bizarre. Yeah, the back of the camera is completely whited out.
Weird.
Yeah, it's not good. I can still see what I'm doing if I do this, so give me...
Haley wants to hear how you've been prepping for Christmas. Imagine putting up more lights.
Yes. Yes, because I love that now.
Santa's coming in.
It's like one of my favorite things now is lights. Okay, there we go. That should be... That looks good. That camera thing is concerning.
Yeah. Hanging ornaments from the soft boxes.
Certainly not good. Hi, everybody. I'm here. I have to look into the thing. I've been up.
Yeah.
My exercise ring is closed.
Oh. Wow, Carly. Good morning from Minnesota. 10 inches of snow and it feels like negative 30.
Good morning, sister.
I'm glad you don't have to go outside.
Carly has been kind of hauling butt
Yeah.
through EarthBound.
Yeah, she has.
Because she, like, the other day she was like, I'm waiting behind the waterfall. And then, like, later that day she was like, I'm in Scaraba. I'm like, oh.
Scaraba.
Yeah, there's an official pronunciation.
She told me she was in Moonside somewhere between then. And she's like, I had to look up a guide. I could not get through Moonside.
Moonside is confusing.
Yeah. You just a dungeon man?
Moonside I think is probably one of the more confusing places. Because it's real difficult.
Yeah.
Because you only have 2 party members.
Uh-huh.
And you're like... You have to talk to specific people in the city
in specific
order. And that, like, you kind of understand that while you're walking around.
Yeah. And then there's, like, invisible walls.
Yeah, yeah, I would imagine, I mean, it's been a long time now, but I would imagine that for first-time players, Moonside is actually quite difficult. Especially because the enemies there are hard. And they're inside.
Yeah.
So, like, you can be inside a building and run into stuff, so, anyway.
Goodbye, Haley. We miss you, too.
We already miss you, Haley. Haley and Alex are heading to family for Christmas, so we won't see them until next week.
Mm-hmm.
Until next week. Actually, Real Winter Part 1. So, you know, at this point, everyone?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Wait, I don't know when Dan's leaving.
Today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so at this point, everyone is gone except us. Yeah, we're we're still here. So. Haley says we're moving back to Birmingham. Yes. JK, LOL, please don't make me move again. I'm sincerely hoping that this is the final stop. If not forever, for a long, long time. A long, long time.
Hi, Keppo. Come here.
I briefly stopped because I forgot what side my heart was on. I was like, which one is the heart? It's kind of weird to do that with your left hand. That's why, because normally you do it with your right hand. And I was like, where heart? It's in the middle. It is in the middle. Anyway, let's read a few alerts and talk about all the things that are going on. We are the last ones in Raleigh. Everyone is doing
Gone for holidays.
Gone for holidays. We will be celebrating Christmas with my parents, but we're not doing that until Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't be away from Kepler too long. So
Kepler needs meds. Don't
yeah.
ya?
Yeah. So because of that, and since there's no one here, to watch him, we have to keep our stuff fairly brief.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would love to take Kepler with us, but it's everything about that stresses him out.
Yeah.
And he cannot be stressed out. So instead, we'll keep it short. And it's also nice though, because so many other people, they don't get to see their family but like a few times a year, and we can just drive back anytime we want. So it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not like the most ideal thing, but it's fine. We got 37 months from Seraphim 2000, 38 months from 05 Nataku, 44 from Sparkstrike 13, 16 from Muzi, 38 from Zelda Master 702, 30 from Siraj G, 50 from Sephiroth 1204. 400 bits from Gamer Girl Life says, can I get some good vibes? I have to work during the snowstorm here in Wisconsin, and also I currently have my dad's Westie puppy named Holmes climbing on me, and I'm trying to drink coffee. Send help. Holmes, down. Down.
Come on, bud.
I hope that helps. Otherwise, yeah, good vibes. There is a storm
Yeah.
a-coming, and I know that's going to affect a lot of folks, so stay warm, prepare, do what you need to, and then if you are working, I just send you lots of good vibes. I send you lots and lots of good vibes, because it sounds like it's going to be
Come on.
cold.
Kippo.
It's going to be cold. We were supposed to get some of it, and then we're now going to dodge it or something.
No, we're still getting it tomorrow.
Oh. I mean, it's not going to be bad here as it is cold places.
Yeah, that's true. We're getting wind. It will be chilly.
It was surprisingly warm today. I don't know what
Well, this is the front coming through.
Okay, yeah. So I woke up this morning and... Oh, God. I woke up this morning and went for a walk. And it was pretty reasonably pleasant. Considering that it was, Also, this is a slight aside. One thing that I've noticed about going for a walk every day, because I've been trying to walk for 30 minutes every single day, and I've kept up with that now for over 3 weeks. And I do that regardless of whether Mao is with me. I'm doing a 30-minute walk every single day. The thing that I've noticed is that I've become immediately more okay with temperatures that I historically have not been okay with. Because it's like I'm walking in like the 30s and 40s here, and that is cold. Like I'm someone that's like, if it's under 65 degrees, I'm like, I'd rather not go outside. And as it turns out, I'm starting to like become used to those temperatures. You're wearing layers, and you are walking, which does warm you up. And I don't know. It's been surprising to me because I've been like, I can't walk in, when it's 33. And actually, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
And I'm not. It's not like I'm freezing and my nose is running. No, I just like go walking and it's fine. And then I come back and I'm done and I take off my coat and it's wild. It's wild. It's something I learned about myself, basically. So, being in Minnesota did me so. I mean, Carly, maybe.
See,
maybe.
when we were in Minnesota, I realized how much I didn't like the cold weather.
I mean, I don't like the cold weather, and there is a difference. There is a difference between, what I was doing in snow. Although maybe if I was going for a walk every day in snow, maybe I would feel different. But you can't do too much in the snow because it's cold. You gotta go to like a gym.
I used to have to walk to class in college in the snow.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, just a little aside there because like I got the watch at the time when it was still it wasn't like warm, but it was relatively warm. Like it was like low 60s. Good job walking. And I was like, oh, I really want to do this. I really want to walk. And then it started to get colder and colder and colder, but I just kept walking and it turns out it's fine. And you might be cold for like the first few minutes, but I'm usually not too cold. And then I'm fine. Just something I learned about myself. You're gonna get some Kit Gleed. He says, who's ready for a Christmas sugar coma? More cookies added to the list. Nut rolls, thumbprints, 2 kinds of crinkle cookies, monster cookies, Tassie's, orange drop cookies, mint sandwich cookies, and a Texas sheet cake. That probably counts as 2. That's a lot. That's a lot. Actually, I got a message from my mom last night who wanted to know, I mean, first off, when we were coming home, because we hadn't talked about it at all. And also, what cookies we wanted. And I told her, I was like, the Toll House chocolate chip cookies? And I said, that's it.
Yeah.
And so that's the only one that, like...
You really need to have?
Yeah, that's it. Like, if you're gonna make something that I want, I'm like, make that. I do like that. And then, if you do anything else, that's fun. That's an extra, but, like, that's the one thing that I want. She also said that she was going to cut down on Christmas dinner.
Which is good. Which
is really good. And she was just gonna, she just wanted to know, like, what things we really wanted. And I think I said... Ham and mashed potatoes, and then, like, a green. That would be fine. That would be fine. I really don't need anything else. Because, like, I just want to be there.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I really care about. I just want to be there, and I want to eat mashed potatoes. That's it. Simple.
We don't have anyone to bring cookies back to. Because everyone will be gone for a while.
They won't be gone that long.
Yeah, but cookies won't be fresh.
I mean, if she makes them, just spitballing here, if she makes them Christmas Eve, and we're there Christmas Day, we're back the day after.
Okay.
We're back on the day after Christmas, and then the day after that, most of our friends are back in town.
Yeah, that's true.
It's only 2 days. So, I don't want to... She might see this or something.
She's off today and is watching.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not trying to get you to make cookies for my friends. I don't need you to do that. I'm sure they will have a million sweets. Please don't go crazy doing that. But, if there were a few extras, I would, I'd give them to Alex and Haley and Dan and
Josh.
Brandon. And Josh will be back.
I know.
It was kind of weird because, Josh moved here and then shortly after was like, I'm going to Canada. Peace. But now he'll be back soon. So yeah, yeah, it's just too late. She's probably already baking them. It's possible. It's possible. We got 50 months from Jam Meepler. 3 bits from Furious Kitty. That's a lot of beef. Good vibes to everyone who was dealing with bad weather. Had to deal with black ice last week. The airport was closed for an entire afternoon. Spent 12 hours at work, hoping that's not going to happen again. Ever. Oof. Oof. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Yeah, we'll just take that as an opportunity to wish good vibes to, you know, everyone who is also having to put up with black, or bad weather. Black ice also, because that's bad, but just bad weather. 12 hours at work is too many hours. 300 Bits Radio Dread says, Santa test. It's good to test. 21 months from The Leaf 47333 from Charlemagne 25. We got 300 Bits of Line Rider says, missed breakfast stream a lot lately, but woke up early to shovel 1 foot plus of Minnesota snow, trademark. So hi, today's high is a balmy -5 degrees Fahrenheit, -25 with wind chill. Weirdly, it might rain next week. Your reaction to Minnesota weather at the wedding was hilarious. It's, you know, it's not my preferred weather. Is how I would word that.
Your preferred weather is not -5.
My preferred weather is not -5.
You know,
I did say it had been abandoned by God.
It was 9 that day.
Yeah.
Our weather coming up, like, it's gonna be warmer than that. The coldest we have coming up is 13. Which is cold. Which is cold for Raleigh.
Which is cold.
Because I was pulling the temperature
cold.
the other day. I was curious what the historical temps averaged.
13 degrees is definitely cold, but
yeah.
I mean, that's the low.
Yeah.
So
we got an email from our property management company that is our landlord.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, winter weather, do these things. And Steven's like, I figured you would deal with it because you're from the cold. And I was like, well, houses up north are insulated and you don't have to do these things. Like, we never covered the outside spigots growing up, like for hoses. What we do is underneath the main floor when you're in the basement, there's like a shutoff valve, and then you like run the water out so it's empty, so it can't freeze because it's not to the wall. And one year my friend, her family forgot to do that.
Yeah.
And then it was like spring, and then we were like hanging out in the basement playing Smash Brothers, and we started hearing water running. And there was just water pouring in because they had forgotten to do that, and then it burst over the winter and had just thought enough to start running water.
That's like extremely horrifying.
Yeah.
My God. I mean, to a degree, I think one could argue that, like, no matter where you live, you got crap to deal with.
Yeah.
That being said, I feel like there's less crap to deal with in places where you aren't worrying about, like, consistent freezing temps. Like, I feel like life is harder in the snow. That's probably a subjective thing, right? But that's my take on that. Is like everything about life becomes much more difficult. Chaz says no gators hiding in the snow.
Are you
my
sure you
God!
don't have snow gators
Chaz,
in Indiana?
the amount of time that I've crossed paths with a gator is 0. 0. There's never been a time in my life where I've been like, "Whoa, gator!" That doesn't happen.
There has. We ran into a little gator at Brook Green once.
Yeah, but there's never been a time where my life has been threatened by an alligator.
Okay.
I have run across gators.
What about snakes?
I have run across gators and I've run across snakes. But, like, there's never been a time where I've been like, oh, I am in a situation where I'm going to die. Like, that doesn't happen. But the snow, like, it snows and then you have to, like, shovel it.
Oh, yeah. You do have to shovel it.
And, like, all of this other stuff that just adds time and difficulty. And, like, Chill J says, you really have to evacuate because of snow, though. That's fair. Although, in fairness, we also now live in Raleigh, which is not only 5 miles from the ocean, so probably have solved the hurricane problem.
Yeah.
Largely. So
We're also above the fall line. You know, we watched a video on it.
what?
So, the east coast of the U.S. has, like, lowland, which is, like, Myrtle Beach is down in that. And it's,
Okay.
like, the low country.
Okay.
And then you get to the fall line, which is the Piedmont, which is
Okay.
higher up.
Are you just saying for like flooding purposes?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because that's why, like, Raleigh and Columbia and Augusta and Atlanta are kind of like where they are.
Yeah.
They're right on the fall line because the rivers would come in and they'd bring in the boats up the rivers and then they built a city there where the waterfall was. The fall line, because all the rivers would have a waterfall right there.
I vaguely remember you talking about this. Vaguely. Yeah. Yeah, if the storm surge gets to the fall line, there are bigger problems. Yeah, yeah, that was actually, you know, people talk about like hurricanes in Myrtle Beach, and like, yeah, that's an issue. But the bigger problem was like
Flooding.
We were starting to run into flooding almost every year, which is bad. It's not. It's not good. Not good. Anyway, back to alert. We got 300 bits from Cosmic Sorrow. It says, as of 7 a.m. this morning, I'm all done with work for the year.
Awesome.
Got a trip from Tennessee to New Jersey for Christmas, and I'm looking forward to it. Enjoy. Enjoy. It sounds like that'll be fun. That's definitely a change of scenery. It's pretty good distance away. Enjoy the rest of the year off. I haven't spent a lot of time in New Jersey. My time spent in New Jersey was mostly as a place to sleep to get to New York.
Yes. Up and down.
Although I will say that my time spent in Jersey, where we stayed, was really nice.
We also, yeah. Oh, you're thinking of when we went up for December with Lindsay and Dan.
Yes.
I was thinking of when we drove up.
No. When we stayed there, where we stayed had a big, was it the Cuban population?
Yeah, there was a different South American restaurants.
And there was a lot of really delicious restaurants as a result.
Noah says, when are you coming back so I can get you cheesesteaks?
We'll work on that.
One second.
We'll work on
I
that.
need to look at a map.
Have to look at a map?
Yeah, keep talking.
Okay. We got 39 months from Andrew in the kitchen. 300 bits from Bahamut26. Fun fact, here in Amarillo, Texas, in the middle of the panhandle of Texas, where it's the windiest city in the USA, it is currently -3 with 30 to 40 mile per hour winds, making it feel close to -35. Fun. It's fun. Fun. And then elsewhere in Texas, I'm assuming it is warm because it's Texas. Tom is in the Texas, but he's in Austin.
I talked to him yesterday about the weather.
Yeah?
And I was like, oh, it's this temperature here. And he's like, yeah, we'd already be shut down if it was that here.
Oh. Well.
But it is cold there, and it will be getting colder.
I just know he's been exercising.
Surprise your holiday guests with Tiny Eddie's tiny watermelon balls.
Sound cute. Sound cute.
So are they, like-
cute and delicious?
Actual melon balls that you use like the melon baller for and make, but they're like even tinier? Like the size of,
So what I was thinking is, I was thinking of people make watermelons and they make them, they breed them in such a way
that they're tiny?
where they're like the size of donut holes.
Okay.
And they breed them where the skin is
edible?
thin or edible. Yeah. Now, wouldn't that be cool? I bet you could do that. So they'd be like donut holes, but you can eat them.
Why don't you just take a melon baller and make tiny melon balls?
That's not as fun. It's not as fun.
So, grapes?
I mean, they're not... Watermelon and grapes those are pretty different things. I mean, but conceptually, yes. But the inside of the grape would be a watermelon. And they should be round. They should be round. Because, like, they have round watermelons. I don't know what they're called. They're probably called round watermelons.
Sugar? Or am I thinking of sugar pumpkins that are small and round?
Anyway, that was 1,000 bits from Dragon Lee. Says, just wanted to say thank you for all the good vibes on Tuesday. I called a place and they came early and fixed it, so I had heat and hot water at my place before my flight.
Good.
I might even try this Tiny Yeti treat as long as it doesn't cause me pain.
You found a good one.
Yeah, I mean, in the realm of things that are usually horrific, tiny watermelon balls honestly sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
That seems kind of fun. Also seems like the type of thing you could make for a party. Like, you know how they have those little things that they're water? Oh, hold on, there's
The
another one.
truest joy of the holidays is Tiny Yeti's anniversary cotton loaf.
Get back to that in a minute. You know those things that are they're the water you bite into?
Yeah, those
but
things.
It's water?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but the skin of it is colored to look like a watermelon, and then the inside is like...
Watermelon juice?
Or, you know, like a cocktail or something watermelony. 1,000 from Darbicus, it says, Merry Christmas, grandparents. Have some delicious treats on Eddie. Anniversary cotton loaf. Has anyone made enough cotton candy that it could just be in the shape of a bread loaf? That's a lot. Like, if it was that, it'd have to be quite dense to do that. That's enough cotton candy to kill you.
You hit the anniversary of when you started making it, when you start making it. Like, when you finish it. Takes a year.
Oh. It takes 1 year to make enough cotton candy. Rustic says, yeah, they sell it in bags at the fair. I've never seen it in the shape of bread, though. It's just in a, it's in a bag. And it's very airy. Like, if you condense that stuff, if you, like, take the amount of cotton candy that they put on the little thing and you, like, were to squeeze that down, it's like a
brick.
A tiny
A
brick.
loaf, if you would.
I'm just saying, you need a lot of cotton candy to put it into the shape of bread. That's very difficult. We got 51 months from Satsy. 17 months from Linders. 500 from Platinum Pikachu says, I haven't been going through in chronological order, but I've been commenting on every Extra Life video for the YouTube algorithm, even if it's just simple stuff like counting how many games had 69 cents. Well, thank you. The YouTube algorithm is still a pretty big mystery.
Yeah.
Even to us, but we appreciate it. Thanks for that. And I hope folks have been enjoying the Extra Life videos. At this point, they are more than half done. Because I think we're getting close to like the 20th video or something. So it's going. It's going. After that, we'll probably be releasing Stray. We'll probably have Dan cut Stray up because we've already finished Stray. We'll probably have Dan cut Stray up, and that'll follow Extra Life. But also we've got other things that we want to do, so stay tuned. Actually, it's a good segue to remind you that tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, be there, because Mal and Steven are gonna race in EarthBound. That's Mother 2 in Japan. So you wanna be there. Yeah, I can't say Sunday because it'll confuse people, but I can say Friday. Yeah, so tomorrow night, we always go live at 7:40, but 8 p.m. Eastern, something. 2 mothers, 2 bad mama jammas. Be sure to tune in. It'll be fun. We're going to race from the beginning of the game to beating Boogie Tent. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I like it. Yeah, it should be fun. And then that's going to be that's like the plan for the stream. But I realized that what we can do is we
can we do?
Well, I realized what we can do is that like that's the plan for the stream.
Uh-huh.
But then also we can like when we're done, we can save state there, and then if we want to come back to that, we can. Mm-hmm. Like if we want to do another EarthBound race in the future from where we left off to another point, like we can very easily do that.
Yeah.
So I'm not like promising that we're going to play through the whole game or anything, but over time maybe we will. But the plan for tomorrow is to just do up to Boogie 10. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun time. I'm really looking forward to it. Actually, I charged the
ones right here.
Yeah, the ones right here. I charged the Super Nintendo Switch controllers, so it'll be like you're actually playing the system.
A little, yeah.
A little bit. 41 months from BC 2014. We get 3 new bits from Yuzi. It says, day 4 of COVID, and I want to just sleep. But nah, I get 4 to 6 hours of sleep intervals and wake up coughing, which scares my cat from cuddling on me. But somehow zinc is helping, along with other vitamins. Stay safe out there, y'all. Both weather and this horrible virus. Good vibes.
Good vibes.
Good vibes sent your way. I've known quite a few folks this year who have had COVID, and the experience is
been mixed.
It's been mixed, but
yeah.
For the period that they have it, it is a bad.
Yeah.
It is a bad. The length at which people get it seems to vary a little bit, but while they have it, they're not thrilled. I'm glad the vitamins and stuff are helping. Just keep resting. We got 46 months from Ian Thay. Thank you. 20 months from Noir Kitty. 500 bits from Zelda Master says, since you fully embrace the Christmas spirit and are also Apple people, I strongly recommend watching the new Ryan Reynolds / Will Ferrell movie. Sorry, Mal coughs anytime Ryan Reynolds' name is mentioned. I forgot about that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have censored his name. The new and Will Ferrell movie, Spirited. Great little Christmas Carol musical pastiche. Yeah, we actually we have Apple TV Plus at the moment.
Yes.
We don't always have it, but we keep getting trials. So we have a trial of it right now. My parents are using it.
Yeah.
I know they're using it because whenever I turn on the Apple TV, it came up and it was like, do you want to keep watching this show? Yeah. And I was like, we're not watching a show. And then I was like, oh, mom and dad must be watching a show. So, yeah. Maybe we'll check that out. I like Will Ferrell. I know not everyone is a Will Ferrell person, but I've always enjoyed Will Ferrell.
There's something coming out on Christmas I want to see.
On Christmas?
On Netflix, yeah. They're releasing Matilda on Netflix, and I really like Tim Minchin, and he wrote it, so I want to see it.
Didn't know that was on Christmas. Well, hello, Peggy.
Good morning, Peggy.
Hello, Christmas, Peggy. We got 2,100 bits from Siraj G. Sorry, I'm chewing a bread.
Who said, looking forward to watching EarthBound. Also been behind on stream, so I'm looking forward to watching Stray on catch-up. Please could I have some good vibes? My partner recently got diagnosed with MS, and we're being moved out of our flat for 3 months as the water mains burst, and it's caused massive damage throughout, so it's a bit much. You've both been a positive constant throughout the years, so thank you.
Good vibes. That is a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot all at once. Super, super good vibes. Super, super good vibes. I mean, as always, I am, grateful that we have the opportunity to provide folks entertainment and distraction, and I'll continue to do that for as long as I am, able to do so. But in the meantime, I certainly wish you well. because it sounds like there is a lot going on. And I wish your partner well as well. Good vibes, Siraj. Hope things can improve a little bit. And I hope you enjoy watching EarthBound tomorrow. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one. I made a layout. I made a special layout for it, even though it's a one-off.
I know.
Because I wanted it to feel special.
Well, you might need it later too, so.
Yeah. Good vibes. And you'll enjoy Stray.
Yeah. Stray was good.
I really liked it. And it's not, it doesn't overstay its welcome. So. How many iterations did it take? One? I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do in my head. It's interesting, having made the Pokemon layout, which is widescreen, because, you know, Pokemon Let's Go is widescreen. When you put two widescreen games next to each other, you still have a fair bit, technically half. You have half of the vertical space left to play with, because putting two, you know, widescreen things next to each other on a widescreen canvas, you've got half the space. When you use full screen games, that's not the case, because two full screen games take up way more vertical space. So then you have to kind of think about, like, what else needs to be on screen? How the elements have to be moved around? And I came up with a solution that I think, you know, I like. But it's an interesting thought experiment of how differently the layout becomes depending on whether you're doing full screen or widescreen. I didn't tell you something that Chaz had said.
No.
When I sent the layout to Chaz, I was like, I made a little layout. And he was like, he's like, there's a lot of, I don't know how he worded it. He was talking about the negative space.
Okay.
He's like, there's a lot of negative space. And I was thinking, but you have to have that. It's important. You have to have you gotta have the negative space. Anyway, these are the things that get screamed into my brain every night while I sleep, because art school never goes away. 13 months from Aiden Nietzsche. 50 months from Ryan B06. But it's good is also... That's true. In Chaz's defense, he did say, but it's good. And it is good. I think it's good. Chaz, I would never. Partially because you have way too much power here. Why would I? At any point, Chaz can just text-to-speech speak onto the stream. It's very dangerous. We got 300 bits from Goldmage, who says, good morning. Mr. George, I was wondering, what do you think will be different during this race that will allow you to win as opposed to last time? Honestly, I think that the thing that's going to help me is that we are going a further distance and that I have more stamina than Mallory.
What? How do you have more stamina? How?
What do you mean?
Like,
because you will get worn out. Is what's going to happen. You're gonna go real fast at the beginning, and then you're gonna be like, now I'm getting lost. You're gonna get lost and be like, I can't keep up with the pacing. But long term, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Let me explain this another way. One of the things that one of the reasons I screwed up last time.
Okay.
Was that I went to the bakery.
Okay.
And I bought a bunch of skip sandwiches. And I didn't really get a chance to, like, use them efficiently.
Okay.
But if I have more time to use them...
Where would you use a skip sandwich?
Where would you use a skip sandwich? Anywhere you want. Peaceful Rest Valley. Anywhere you want. Peaceful Rest Valley is, honest to God, I think the most exciting part of this race, Just straight up saying the best part of this race is going to be Peaceful Rest Valley, because that is going to be what decides. It's not going to be what decides the winner, but that is going to really affect the outcome. Because if you get caught up in Peaceful Rest Valley,
Yeah.
you are screwed. Which one of you will be watching speedrunning guides? Neither of us. We've both made a pact. No, we're not intaking any sort of knowledge or anything. So
I mean, I did talk to Carly.
I don't think Carly can give you too much advice on
No, but it's
speedrunning
been
EarthBound.
hearing a little bit of things because it's been a while since we've played.
Just rewind a bunch. There will be no rewinding. No rewinding. I got lots of advice. I expert now. Avoiding enemies is actually a good piece of advice, though. Specifically in Peaceful Rest Valley.
Yeah.
Like, in Peaceful Rest Valley, you have to. You have to do that on a normal playthrough. Because who wants to deal with them trees? I don't want to deal with them trees. Those trees will send you straight back
You gotta
to
fight
Tucson.
one tree.
You don't have to fight Jack! I ain't fighting no tree! Crazy? I don't fight a tree when I'm playing the game normal. Why on earth? Do you know the path through Peaceful Rest Valley?
Yeah.
Okay. Me too. If you don't, you're gonna get real lost. Although if you wander north, there's like a hard hat up there.
Yeah.
Sorry, anyway. I am really looking forward to it. This is something I'm like, okay, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a lot of fun. This is gonna be a lot of fun. For those who are asking about skip sandwiches that are maybe not familiar with EarthBound, the skip sandwich is a health restoring item. It restores your HP, but it also makes your walking speed on screen 2x, 3x. I don't know. You walk quite a bit faster. So for speedrun purposes, you can like eat a sandwich and then you are basically running, and that's neat. But that's the question. Mr. Deathkill says, is it actually worth it to make the detours, though? I don't know. I actually do not know that. Skip sandwiches allow you to run for 10 seconds. There's also skip sandwich DXs, which allow you to run for 20 seconds. So you're going to get 10 seconds of boost.
Doesn't seem worth it.
It may not be worth it considering that you have to go to the bakery and buy them one by one. You know, the more I talk out loud about this, I'm like...
No, you buy them, honey.
The DXs would probably be worth it.
Yeah.
For 20 seconds. But I don't even know that those
No.
are in the
They're
On It
not.
bakery. I'm glad we talked about this. Like, if you get one for free in a box somewhere, then you have one. But to go, I'm realizing to go to the bakery, buy a sandwich, and then later use it, go into your inventory and use it, you're probably losing the 10 seconds that you spent. Huh.
No, you need to use them. I think you do. I think you're right. You should...
Just like mentally, like, all right, I'm going into the bakery. I'm going up to the person. Hi, what do you want? Oh, you want this? Yeah. Okay. And then you know, leaving. And I'm like, that combined with also going into the menu and using it, is that 10 seconds? And it's probably close, which means that the skip sandwich, aside from the fact that it costs money, so you're losing tons of money, like also, oh God, I probably should not buy any. Now I'm going to win for sure. Did I lose the last race because I bought skip sandwiches? Was that why I lost?
I think you got unlucky in Giant Step.
Chaz says, also, you're just faster for 10 seconds. You actually only save 5 seconds. Oh my god. I'm gonna kick your butt. Now that I know not to spend all my time losing time. Turns out losing times. Oh man, we also should not go for Lilliput steps then. Right? Because that would be stupid.
Yeah, but don't you want the experience to be able to get through things faster and fight enemies faster?
You're just trying to screw me up.
And not struggle with
You're just trying to
set?
screw me up. It is going to be hard to keep Paula alive.
Yeah.
But you need her alive because Freeze is so strong.
Yeah. What?
I'm gonna do my best to not think about this. I'm not gonna think about this. I'm just gonna, when I start the game tomorrow, that's when I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna trust my gut. Are we gonna do that thing I mentioned? Did you mention a thing?
He did.
What?
At the meeting on Monday.
What thing?
Starting the stream. And doing the thing.
Wow, that's not helpful.
And then playing the game.
What? What? Oh, that! Oh, I'm down for that. That would be fun.
Yeah, but you gotta check.
But I haven't asked him. That. I do remember that. Thank you, Chaz. Yes, I do remember that. Yeah, that. I would be down for that. I should ask him.
Yeah.
But I think that would be fun, yes. And if I don't do it, remind me. I'll try to give him a heads up.
Okay.
He told me he could. Oh, okay, great. Okay. Well then, we'll do that. I can announce that. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we will start the stream by calling Thomas. Because Thomas has raced EarthBound many times. So we'll call Thomas, and he'll give us both at the same time a little extra info, a little extra pointers for racing, and then we'll start. And that was Chaz's idea at the meeting on Monday, and that's a good idea. He's the world record holder for bike percent. So anyway, yeah, that'll be fun. After you clean up the Kepi vomit, he'll give you points. Kev vomits when I call Thomas.
Boxing Day isn't complete without Tiny Eddie's syrup-soaked yogurt in cantaloupe rounds.
Lots of round melon today.
That was bits from Robert N. 3009. Last day of my placement, and there's a big storm coming up. What will Tiny Eddie cook for me? Syrup-soaked yogurt in cantaloupe rounds.
So is that just like a parfait? Like you take yogurt and put cantaloupe on it and syrup?
Yeah, basically. I'm just imagining being at like a breakfast buffet, and you have a plate of different fruits or whatever, and there's a melon there, and you're not sure what it is, so you ask the server, and you're like, "What melon is this?" And they're like, "Cantaloupe." You're like, "But it's blue." And the server leans down 2 inches from your face and says, "It's cantaloupe." And then continues to make eye contact while they slowly back away, and they walk backwards into the kitchen. Also, this gives me the idea of, instead of Super Soaker, Syrupy Soaker, which is just a Super Soaker filled with maple syrup. If you're looking to spice up your next Super Soaker game outside, fill your Super Soaker with maple syrup. Your friends will hate you. You also ruin a Super Soaker.
Kepler is dreaming and his little face is going.
Aww. He's relaxed. We got 500 bits from LHMS1704. Says, man, it's been one heck of a month. I got the flu on December 2nd, and then right after that, a stomach bug. But I'm doing better now and just finished baking for Christmas. Now to give out some cheer, here's some bits from me to you. Merry early Christmas from Norway.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry you've had such a December.
That's a bit of a rough December. I mean, the flu sucks, just full stop. But then to go from that into a stomach bug is a lot. But I'm glad that you seem to be doing better now. December has definitely been the month for illness. November and December, because I was sick. It was the very end of November? Is that when I was sick?
Yeah, it was the Friday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Thankfully feeling better now, but I was reminded of what being sick feels like, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks a lot. Panama Becca says, is there going to be a New Year's Eve stream? I live for those and love hanging out with you guys on New Year's Eve. It's become a tradition for me. New Year's Eve falls on a Saturday.
Is it a Saturday?
This year, right? Right? Yeah, I'm not wrong.
December, yeah, it's a Saturday.
I'm 99% sure that we will not be doing a New Year's Eve stream.
I mean, we already...
That's why I'm 99% sure. I'm 99% sure that we won't be doing a New Year's Eve stream because we are planning to do a New Year's Eve party again for the first time in a few years. So what we will probably do is, I know every year for the last few years on New Year's we've done a Q&A. So we may do the Q&A, but we may do that...
New Year's Eve?
That Friday.
Yeah, that's the day
which
before.
Is it the day before?
Yeah, because New Year's Eve is a Saturday.
Yeah, so, maybe we'll also celebrate the new year, but like one day early. Like when midnight happens, yay! We'll just pretend. But yeah, I mean, I would say it's unlikely that we do anything on New Year's. I guess it's not impossible, but I doubt it. But we'll try and do like Q&A or something on Friday, or at least part of the stream, I would think. We got 28 months from Char Hutch, 35 months from Callium, and 48 months from Jennifer Jack. Congrats on the 4. So I wanted to mention something. I posted this on Twitter. There's actually 2 things to talk about. I posted this on Twitter yesterday. And I intended to mention it on Tuesday, and I just forgot. Everyone's been posting about the Twitch recaps, which have been really, really cool to see because we've showed up in a lot of people's Twitch recaps, which is very, very nice. We appreciate y'all watching the streams this year. I got my Twitch recap thing from for me as a creator, and it had really interesting information. And it said that we were in the top 1% for the Just Chatting category this year, which was really cool. Yeah. That is not something I expected, but was really, really neat. They didn't explain, but I'm almost positive that's based on watch time. Mm-hmm. And that was cool. Mm-hmm. So y'all watched a lot of breakfast stream this year, and then increasingly like tabletop stream has also counted as Just Chatting. So thanks. That was cool. That's not something I expected.
Yeah.
But it also might help explain why Twitch reached out to us about doing tabletop. Is because apparently we were doing a lot of just chatting. We were doing a lot of just chatting, so I guess they were looking at people that do a lot of that.
Someone had asked during Gingerbread stream where the puzzle went, the cat puzzle. And I forgot to say, I took one of our art pieces that we haven't hung up yet, and it's the right size, and I just slid all of the puzzle pieces onto it, and then I just took that into my office.
And like we Fossics? Maybe. Either way, thanks for helping us get to the top 1%. We will be doing another tabletop stream in December to finish that puzzle.
Yeah.
Because we need to do that. I
Yeah.
don't know when. Cannot tell you when. But we will be doing that. Not this week. So next week. Next week's the last week of December.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I know.
Yeah, I guess it'll be just like the middle of the week next week. Me and you will finish that puzzle. Maybe someone else if we do it when someone else is around.
Maybe.
Someone else might join us. I don't know.
Um,
No idea.
I'm almost to the end of my 5-year techo. Like, there's only a few pages on the right side. Because every day is another page.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been weird. Next week is the last week in the weeks techo. I got work to do. End of the year, there's a lot to do for the techo. Because I do a lot of things at the end of the year and the beginning of the year in it. So.
That's exciting, though.
Yeah. Because, like, I always print out my Dailyo stats for the year, for the mood tracker, and I put them in the end of the 5-year. So I gotta do that, and then I gotta come up with my theme for 2023, and
Oh,
I gotta write about that.
I already know my theme.
Yeah. Is it health?
Well, this year was kind of the year of health
That was mine.
because we did. I mean, I was at the doctor a lot. I think my theme next year is fitness,
Okay.
which is kind of very health adjacent. But, you know, the fact that I've been trying to, go for walks every day and just continually stay active, I'm going to try and keep that up next year. And it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be anything like crazy, but just the fact that it's like, okay, try to exercise for 30 minutes every day and see if I can keep doing that. That's going to be what I do next year. Or try.
Okay. I mean, there's different things you can think about with fitness if that is your theme.
How so? Fitness? You're gonna eat ness?
You can think about
I gotta fit ness into my mouth.
not just like cardio, which is partially walking, but like you could think about doing weights or something.
I mean, maybe. We'll see. So one of the things that I've
Because
been
you
thinking
want it
about.
to be broad. You don't want it to be like so narrow that it's like, I'm going to read 100 books. And then you start reading books. And then you're like, books aren't really where it's at. Maybe I really want to read.
Text on a video game.
No.
Oh.
Like, maybe I'm not interested in reading fiction. Maybe I really like biographies, and then like, or listening to audiobooks is more your thing, and you find that out after, and then like, it has to be broad enough.
Well, fitness seems broad.
Yeah. You just gotta make sure it's broad enough.
Fitness is pretty broad. Like, move my body every day is fairly broad. Like, I'm, folks might be able to relate to this. When you go to the doctor for a checkup or anything, and they want to know, like, your level of activity, and you just are, like, sedentary. And they're like, well, how much do you move in a week? And I'm like, not any. And they're like, oh, you should do that. And I'm like, yes. Like, good talk. Like, thanks. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to being able to go to the doctor next, and when they're like, and what is your level of activity, I can be like, I'm exercising 30 minutes a day, and then they'll probably still have the same level of enthusiasm and be like, that's good. I'd be like, you don't understand. That's a big change. That's a very big change. That's the other thing. Someone had mentioned Ring Fit. I really am interested in doing Ring Fit.
Do it.
I should.
We also have a trial of
do it.
Fitness Plus that you can do.
Yeah, I want to maybe try yoga.
Try it.
I like the idea of being more
that?
flexible. The ice.
Oh.
We've lived here like 6 months. It makes that sound like every day. We got 3 bits from DC20 Will Save. It says, maybe do an early New Year's Eve stream on Friday with a reaction to a pre-recorded ball drop. It's not a bad idea. Or just react to nothing, and then it can be a reaction to anything. Then you can just play it when the ball drops in your own home, and we'll be like, there it is. Or you could play it on a video of an elephant doing something cute, and we'll be like, it works for many things. We got 19 months from Will Peters. 300 bits from Genesis says, 10 a.m. Santa's coming to town. It is 10 a.m. Right this moment.
This moment.
Right this moment. Well, 10 a.m. here. Chaz says, since tomorrow is EarthBound, this is the last chance for Christmas alerts if you want to get that Waffle House or the Fun at 640 or Santa Thomas. This is the last chance for Christmas alerts?
Yeah.
What?
Because they're not going to be tomorrow.
Oh, I guess we're not going to do them after Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, no.
There's an acorn drop in Raleigh on New Year's Eve.
What? That's neat.
We're definitely not going out.
Yeah, we'll be in this building. I forgot about Nintendo 64. I remember very vividly bringing up the alerts, and I was like, Chaz, are we going to turn these on for December? And he's like, we can't have Nintendo 64 on for the entirety of December. He's like, everyone will lose their minds. And I was like, that's fair. It's fair. 640 from Aldo says, no idea what this is, so hashtag blame Chaz. It is the Nintendo 64 alert. And then also 640 from Radio Dread says, did you say the fun alert? It's a fun one.
It is fun.
It is a fun one. Also, I relate to that child's, enthusiasm for opening
A Nintendo 64.
a Nintendo 64.
Mm-hmm.
Do
you want me to package up a Nintendo 64 for you? We have a box from Chaz.
No, you don't have to.
And
Is that box in here?
No, it's in the other room.
Is it?
It's in your office.
Yeah, we have the N64
Yeah,
box.
I could package it up and then wrap it in wrapping paper.
It's really not necessary. It's not necessary. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. Don't need that. Did you know that I was going through, I don't know, folks. Oh, this is also related. Look at this unintentional segue. The vlog is getting real close to hitting 100,000 subscribers, which is real cool. Mm-hmm. Been a long time coming. We are in year 14, taking it slow.
Yeah.
But we're actually closing in on 100,000. So if you haven't subscribed to the vlog, speaking of 14, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember that at all. I do not remember that alert existing. I'm sure that I made it, but I don't remember making it. That was horrifying. Jess says you made it. Oh, I believe that I made it. I have no memory of making it. 1,400 bits from Aldo, and also this. I'm bored. I'm gonna let you die, Chris. Are we all filled with the spirit of the holiday? So the vlog is almost to 100,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, do it
We're so close.
So close.
We've had the Stephen Plays plaque for like 7 years.
Yeah. They changed how they look since we
Yeah,
got
they're
that.
not gonna match.
Yeah, it's
We're gonna
fine.
have to put them in different rooms. But we're close on that. And recently, because the vlog entered into year 14, I went through all my old photos to find a photo to put in the banner. So the banner is updated with a picture of me when I was 14. Pretty sure I was 14 in the photo. Anyway, when I was going through the photos, I found a photo of me opening
The Nintendo
the
64.
Nintendo 64. It was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. I don't have that to be like, here it is, which would have been a better end to this story.
Isn't it somewhere though?
No,
Where'd you put it?
you're opening your phone like you're about to discover it. You can put your phone down. There is just 0% chance.
Okay.
It's on my computer. Oh, Jacebook says, when should we start submitting for fan favorites? You can submit for fan favorites like now. I mean, you have a little time, but submitting is not a bad thing. And the submission form for the 2022 breakfast stream moments is in the breakfast stream uploads on StephenVOD. I know some folks are probably like, when are we going to get the 2021 breakfast stream favorites? That is almost done. It's almost done. We did not start on it until like just recently. We've been busy. It's been my fault because I had the footage. It was a lot of footage. I needed to give the footage to someone, and I didn't do that until recently. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. We're working. We're working on that. It's fine. It's fine. There's been a lot.
Yeah.
There's been a lot. But anyway, yeah, it's exciting to see that the vlog is so close. I don't know that the vlog is going to hit 100,000 before the end of the year. That'd be a lot of new subscribers in a short amount of time compared to the pace that we've had. But that would be neat.
It would be neat.
And regardless, it should be like soon into, you know, the next year. Everchanger says, you're also dangerously close to hitting 69 million views on the vlog.
Nice.
Nice. Million. A million nices. Fun. I also, nice million. I also, I got a few vlogs done yesterday. Scheduled for today also. So that's good. I'm trying to have at least the current timeline caught up before the end of the year, so I can get back to work on 2018. I'm making it happen.
You're doing it.
I am. It's been an interesting year, and behind the scenes, there's been all sorts of little things that have made me scream, but it's working. It's going, and you know, there's fun stuff coming up next year already. I know I've talked a lot about TRG Coliseum and how there will be dates for that soon. Did they say that they're announcing dates? They said that, right?
Yeah,
they
they
said
said
they were
that.
going to announce. They said where they're doing that.
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
That's real.
Yeah.
I can say
Because someone other than a TRG person said so somewhere, so I was like, yeah, they said something.
they did. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, I can say that then. They are announcing. So TRG is
Doing a Throne Controllers
doing
at
a Throne
Magfest.
Controllers. John's not happy about it. He was saying that on the stream the other night, and I was like, that's not really something I would like admit publicly, but like, okay. He wanted his first time back at the convention to be relaxing, but he got outvoted by Tim and Emil. So they're doing their panel, and they said at the panel they will announce the dates. So that is, I believe, January 7th.
Yeah, is that Magfest?
Yeah, I think their panel is on the Saturday, which is January 7th. So you will have dates in just a little over 2 weeks. In about 2 weeks from now, is when you'll have the dates. Yeah, so I'm
And MegFest is
excited.
being streamed, like their panel is, I believe.
Is it? I don't know how
thought
this works.
John said that on Tuesday.
I would believe it. I just don't know that for.
Yeah, everyone else
sure.
is saying that.
So, if that's true, then
Yeah.
you can find out then. But everyone will know in 2 weeks, and I'm excited for you to know. Kind of wish we would have just told you, to be honest. But it's not my decision to make. So we got that coming up, and I've some other things.
Yeah.
Some other things. And I have to do everything in my power to not spill more beans. 'Cause I'm so good at that.
You are. You're
so
really
good
good at that.
Vagabond says, but why was yesterday so busy? So, yeah, I can tell you a little bit about that. That would be fine. I can't spill them, but can roll them. Boom! Segue. So yesterday was a very interesting day for us because we had to get up very, very early in the morning.
Yeah.
I think we got up at 4:30 a.m.
Yep.
We got up at 4:30 a.m. to administer gabapentin to Kepi.
Who's curled up right off screen.
We had to give Kepler. We gave him some gabapentin the night before, like in the evening, and then we also woke up at 4:30 in the morning to give him more gabapentin because we had to get up at 7 a.m. to take him to the vet.
A cardiology vet.
Because he had to get an echocardiogram. They wanted to check up on his heart. He had an ultrasound earlier this year, but he hasn't had an echocardiogram in a long, long time. And they wanted to take a look at his heart just to make sure, for one, that he's doing okay.
Because he has a murmur.
Because he has a murmur. And then the other thing is to just make sure everything is all right in order to do some anesthesia next month because he needs a tooth pulled. Because he has a tooth that's concerning and is not good and needs to come out. And they want to make sure that they can safely administer anesthesia to him. So, we did that.
So he had a lot of gabapentin.
He had a lot of gabapentin, and
we went to the vet.
We went to the vet, and the takeaway, and this is something we've kind of known, is that Kep has had issues for the past 2 years with intestinal problems. He started out with pancreatitis, and then that turned into triaditis, which affects 3 different organs. And he's been living with triaditis for about a year, and we have been combating that successfully, thankfully.
With a diet change?
With a diet change and with steroids and some other supplemental stuff.
Yeah.
And that's been going well. The problem is, after having had the echocardiogram, it is clear that his heart is starting to change a little bit. And it seems as if the most likely the most likely culprit for that is the steroids, which does do that. So it's kind of a bad situation where it's like, well, in order to solve one problem, we have to give him, steroids, but the steroids ends up creating like a different problem. So right now he doesn't need any like additional medication.
It's not bad enough.
It's not bad enough to for him to need any sort of heart medication or anything. But it is one of those things of like, well, we are going to have to do something. So we're going to be talking to the vet soon about how we can better balance things. Like if we can either get him off the steroid and do something different for his triaditis, or if we can lower the dosage or something.
I mean, there's a lot of options for that. One of the things the cardiology vet said is like, he could maybe go to a GI vet. That might be an option. And like because there's such a big veterinary program at NC State here in Raleigh
Yeah.
that exists.
Yeah.
And we can go there.
Yeah.
So that was passed. Her report was passed to our vet, who will probably talk to us soon.
Yeah. He hasn't been on the steroids all that long. I believe he started the steroids in May.
Yeah.
Which, if that's when he started, it's a little concerning that his heart has changed since then. Like in a 6-month period of being on the steroids, that's been enough to like cause these sorts of changes.
And the murmur, what did she call it yesterday? Innocent?
Innocent.
Yeah, an innocent murmur.
So we will see what happens. But, I mean, the fact of the matter is, Kep is 10. He is an older boy now. He is dealing with triaditis, which he has dealt with for some time, and we have always known that he has heart issues. So it's going to be just trying to keep all of those things in balance the best way that we can moving forward.
Yeah, he's not showing any like outward symptoms of either problem.
Yeah.
Like,
and we've done a
if he
really
was
great
vomiting,
job of...
that would be a concern. If he was having any sort of respiratory thing,
yeah,
that would be a concern, and he's not having either. So
yeah, we've done a really good job of keeping the triaditis in check. I mean, there was a period of time where Kep was vomiting, and we fixed it.
Yeah.
We solved it, and that's great.
Yeah.
That's,
vomiting is really bad for that.
Yes,
so.
but yeah, there was a period of time where he was vomiting every day, and that was like, that's bad, that's really bad.
Yeah, it's a spiral. It's a bad spiral if it starts.
And we fixed it. I mean, he hasn't puked.
Yeah,
in months.
One of the things our vet did say, because he had an appointment when my dad and Rhonda were here, the vet was like, if he starts having symptoms of triaditis, he is on a very low dose of the steroid, so we could up that. But now knowing about the heart, there may be a different path that the vet wants.
Yeah, and we have to come up with something, because if the steroids did this in 6 months,
yeah,
then another 6 months of steroids is gonna make things worse.
Yeah. And they want to do another echo in 6 months to see if anything has changed in that time.
Yeah.
And if not, that's really good news. But
yeah,
it would give us an idea of where he's headed.
Yeah.
But he's doing real good otherwise, like,
yeah,
he has no outward symptoms, so.
Yeah, it's, it sucks.
Yeah. Stephen has not been into a vet appointment because our general vet here is very strict on, like, you have to have a mask. One person is allowed in, so, like, we both can't go in. So I've been going in for those appointments, but at the other vet yesterday, they were like, oh, no, you both can come in and, be there for him. They had 2 vet techs, and they had him on his side on the table. And, I mean, he's on gabapentin, but he's still not happy and is wiggly and is trying to get away. And so they were holding him, and Stephen was just giving him a churu. And when he had the churu, like, meat tube, he just laid there and was licking at it. And he just let them do whatever while that was happening.
He's on his side. His little head is on just a little, like,
folded up towel. And
I'm just feeding him the churu, and he's just like...
And they're doing the echo.
And he got through 4 churus, and I was just thinking, oh Christ, he's definitely gonna puke these up. And he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't. I was so impressed because
they all loved him. They were like, he's such a big cat. They're like, he's just physically big, and they're like, but he's not. They're like, he's built.
It was also funny because
and they loved how his coloring.
They all of them seemed very impressed. They said we've never seen a cat as food motivated as him. And they're like, for him to just, for you to be able to just give him the thing and him let us do whatever is incredible. And I was like, okay. It's just funny, I think, because, Kepler was not the food motivated cat between the two of them.
Yeah.
Sagan was the food motivated cat, tricking us to try and get chicken. Like, that was how it always was. Kepler just kind of existed and just did whatever Sagan did,
Yeah.
you know? So now that Sagan is gone, the fact that Kepler is known as like, oh, we've never seen a cat as food motivated as this. I'm like, it's just funny because that's not him,
Yeah.
but he does like churu,
He does.
and that's really useful for when you need to poke and prod and do things that he otherwise wouldn't love. But
Yeah.
yeah.
One of the vet techs was trying to do bird calls to calm him down and get his attention. And I didn't know people could make that noise.
Oh, perfect bird call.
Perfect. Like,
Perfect bird
it
call.
sounded like she had like a little speaker in her pocket or something. Like, because I looked around. I was like, where is this perfect bird call coming from? And I realized
Yeah.
it was her. It was
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, everyone loves Kepler. Everyone
Yeah.
has always loved Kepler.
Yeah.
Always.
When he walked out of the kennel yesterday, they were like, wow. They were like, he's so pretty. And they're like, normally when we see cats this big, they're orange.
Yeah.
They're like, for one of these little like white and black guys to be that big, they were like, he's just huge.
Yeah. Yeah. He's such a sweet cat.
Yeah, he is.
He's such a sweet cat. So, but he's getting older,
Yep.
and we're just doing our best to continue to take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
Things are thankfully still going good now, but we're trying to make sure that trajectory stays as good as possible given all of the circumstances. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
We got good vet.
Yeah. We're happy about that. We'll just keep an eye on him and keep doing everything we need to do. He's a good stinker.
He is a good stinker.
He's a good stinker. Fierce Kitty gifted a sub to Missing No Leader. We got 30 months from Captain McKitty. Fierce Kitty also gifted a sub to Sticky Spirit. And 43 months from Big O26 Shen. Thank you all. All right.
Yeah.
As a reminder, tomorrow night, EarthBound.
Race.
EarthBound race. The event of the year.
The end of the year.
The event of the end of the year. Otherwise, I've got a vlog coming out in just a few minutes at 10:30 a.m. And another one scheduled for 3 p.m. Eastern. So there are some vlogs. The event of all time. What else? That's it.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything else. I don't
No.
believe. It's kind of things are. I don't want to say that things are a little slow because it's not how it is. It's the holidays. It's the holidays. So, happy holidays to everyone. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
New Year's.
New Year's.
Solstice was yesterday.
Yeah. I hope you all have a really good weekend if we don't see ya. There will not be a Sunday stream. Sunday Christmas.
Yeah.
Sunday Christmas. The likelihood of me going live that day will probably be low. Probably low. But I've had a good year so far. There have been so many stresses, but the stresses have slowly but surely began to calm down, and I'm just so excited about next year.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so excited about next year. I feel like these past few months have been about.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thanks, Brandon. Have been about settling in,
Yeah.
and like next year is kind of like a start of like, all right, this is our first like new year in a new place. We are largely settled in. Things are getting calmed down. We're gonna play a lot of Nintendo 64 next year.
We are.
Maybe. So I'm just, I'm looking forward to that. And there's so many. There are so many things that we want to do and accomplish next year, and new ideas to implement
In the next year?
in the next year.
Yeah.
Some of them early.
Yes.
And I'm just very excited about all of that. You have some changes. And
Yeah, I do.
And some things coming, which is exciting. You'll be talking to your patrons
Next week.
pretty soon. If you're a patron of Mao's, stay tuned, because Mao has got some... normally it's me, where I'm like, I've got like stuff I'm going to talk about it, but actually Mao, if you're a patron of Mao, Mao's got some information she'll be sharing next week that is... it's big. It is big. It's very big. It's actually very big. So, excited for you. Excited for you. 640 bits was from Ironix Girl. Says, "Happy holidays to you all."
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thanks, everybody.
See you tomorrow for EarthBound race.
Oh, you're going down. You're going down.
see.
You're going down. And if you got cups, bring your cups. Bring your cups. We're gonna do a bet.
A prediction.
That's the terminology that Twitch prefers me to use. A prediction. Bring out your cups. It's gonna be great. Who do you think? Who do you think's gonna win? Who do you think's gonna win? Is it gonna be Mao, who has
One last time?
who won last time in a farce?
What?
Because I got
You died
I got
in
killed.
Giant Step.
I got killed by a black antoid.
That wasn't my fault. That was you.
But what if you get killed by a black antoid? The black antoid shouldn't have been able
You
to
can't-
smash me for that much damage.
You
It was
can't-
it was preposterous.
You can't speak that into existence yet. We don't know how it's gonna go. You should have had more HP.
Did I have all of my... I don't remember what the exact scenario was last time, but I'm fairly certain
Yeah, all I'm hearing is
I was
excuses.
fairly healthy at the time. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I was like hanging on by a thread. Or anything. I'm pretty sure I had just like ingested the cheeseburgers. I was fit as a fiddle. I was a healthy 13-year-old boy. And then an ant touched me and I just died. It's not a normal thing. All right, we'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern for the EarthBound race.